So it finally got sorted. Nika Muhl, one of the most popular rookies in the class, while she wasn't an ultra high pick, is still one of the most relevant players from the rookie class that have made the draft. Obviously, because she was involved in the mania. She was involved in that stretch of games. Honestly, there were a few stretches of games, like, look, as great as South Carolina were, they were just absolutely dominating in their own right, the best team by far. They were just not blitzing through, they were winning their games in their own right, getting to that final. But there was that set of games. It was the one night when it was the LSU game against Iowa, followed by the USC and UConn, and everyone watched those games, and then the Iowa-UConn game, and obviously the final. Like, she was involved in that set of games, and not only that, was the best defender on Caitlin Clark in college basketball last year, holding her to 21 points. I know they ended up losing the game, and Iowa ended up beating UConn, but Nika Muhl became a household name after that. Like, again, the assist leader in UConn as well. Really, really good. But if he's finally allowed to play basketball. Ridiculous how it wasn't sorted sooner, but the good sign is, as soon as there was a bit of uproar, as soon as the uproar started happening, the WNBA sorted it. I think the visa was approved on Friday, but she had to sort out a few things, supposedly. But either way, she's back playing. And of course, she's back playing. And I think this is one of the big reasons why they really, really tried to expedite it. They tried to do whatever they could to get this sorted as soon as possible. She's back against the fever. She's back against Caitlin Clark. And honestly, with the way the Storm are right now, they might really need her. Like, I know she was a second round pick. I know there was even, like, not talk, but, like, no guarantee she made the roster. But the Storm don't look good right now. This is a game where the Fever probably, especially with the way they've been playing just in general, away from home, they've looked really good. Obviously, they were quite close against Connecticut the last game at home. But they've looked all right. They're starting to feel it out. I think Aliyah Boston's going to continue to get better as the season's gone on. Honestly, it doesn't look like she might have, for all I know, she did, but like, she doesn't look like as quick or as sharp as she did. She may not have. Obviously, she didn't go overseas. She did a lot of broadcast stuff. Maybe she didn't train as much as was needed at the professional level to come back in just sharpness as much as anything this season. But when she gets it all work coming back, like, Mitchell's really good. Like, you've got the players are starting to figure things out with the Fever. And look, I think the Fever are going to win more than 13 games. Either way, though, Nika Muhl is back playing for the Seattle Storm. So this is not the Seattle Storm of Sue Bird and Breanna Stewart. This is not the best team in the WNBA. This is a team where Nika Muhl is their best player, who's hobbled. Whether she plays tonight or not, I don't know, but she's hurt. Skylar Diggins-Smith is... Like, Skylar Diggins has been one of the best players, Diggins-Smith. I keep thinking, I was like, did I say something wrong? Obviously, Skylar Diggins-Smith is a name right now. But she's been one of the better players in the WNBA for years. The only thing is that she basically missed 2 years. She pretty much missed 2 years of playing. She's going to be rusty. She's not going to come right in and be herself. So the Storm are really struggling right now. They're struggling, and they might be the first team that are... Like, they're the first non-contenders that the Indiana Fever are coming up against. And Nika Muhl might be needed to slow down Caitlin Clark tonight. Like, if Clark ends up destroying them, because the better Clark's teammates play on the Fever, the more space she has, and the more she's going to shoot more efficiently, the less she's going to turn the ball over, the more she's going to get outrun in transition and be effective playing what she's playing, the way she's playing. Even though I know the stats may not have been brilliant in the last game, she had a brilliant second half. She had a brilliant fourth quarter. A couple of costly turnovers. You gotta make mistakes. She had a brilliant fourth quarter against the Suns. And now the Seattle Storm have, if she is being destroyed, they have a primary defender who not only, like, can guard Caitlin Clark, has done it historically. Has held Caitlin Clark to what was one of her most quiet college games. And she's there. And it's good, also that it's sorted. It's sorted because whatever way they were able to sort this out, at least that's there for the next times there's international prospects coming into the WNBA. It's there for the international players. And while I will say, as far as women's basketball goes, it's not nearly as much of a global game as men's basketball. Like, there is no chance the US women's team don't win the Olympics, whereas there is highly unlikely that anyone beats America. There's no chance of it happening in the women's. But you're now going to be seeing more and more players. You're going to be seeing more and more players from other countries playing college basketball. And if we look even at like last year's draft, where Lou Lopez Seneschal went number 5 to Dallas, and like her basketball career, like she was born in Mexico, moved to France, and then when she was 18 didn't want to stop playing basketball and came to Ireland for a year, and then went from Ireland to Fairfield to UConn, and then went to the 5th pick in the WNBA draft. So like, you're now going to be seeing more and more players from other countries looking to play college ball in America. With how big that is, you're going to be seeing more and more of them get drafted. And at least it's looking like, hopefully, after the Nika Muhl situation, the process of the visas will be sorted. So it's going to be fun to see her play. I don't think she's going to be a game changer. Like, look, if she can even come in as a 2nd round pick and beat Kate Martin, like, if she can even be Kate Martin and like come in and play. Come in, fit in with a team, play defense, hit open shots. Don't do anything too negative on the floor. And then that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. But it's good that the situation is sorted because it means people can see her on the floor. And as, again, one of those more popular players, she's going to be on it. And it was a horrible look for the WNBA, I'm not going to lie. Like, especially when you're seeing on social media. And shout out to the players pushing for this. Shout out, obviously, to Paige Beckers, who was obviously Nika Muhl's teammate. They seem to be best friends, trying to push for her to be playing. But also, shout out to Angel Reese. Shout out to Angel Reese as well. Like, she's doing a hell of a job promoting everything. Again, as I've said in other videos, like, she's holding up her end of the bargain. Because as far as social media is concerned, which is a big part of the relevance of the sport, Angel Reese is like the gold standard when it comes to that. Like, she's doing that better than anyone else. And again, all of these players and the players that are there are important for the growth of the sport. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Who do you guys have winning tonight? Do you guys have the Fever winning? Do you guys have the Storm winning? I personally think that the Fever are going to get their first win. They've looked better and better and better as the games went on. They looked so bad in their first 2 games. They've looked better and better. And a lot of people are saying, oh, Caitlin Clark, they were better when Caitlin Clark was off the floor. It's like, yeah, they went on their run when Caitlin Clark was off the floor. They went on it when Aliyah Boston was off the floor too. They're not better. If the Indiana Fever are going to succeed, it's got to be, like, the Caitlin Clark, Aliyah Boston pick and roll has got to be the bread and butter of their half-court offense. And they got to get some stops, get out running. Because Boston did look way better than she's looked any other games. I still think she's looked nothing like last season, but she's looking better. Clark's looking better. The players around them, like Benley's looking good as a just rim running big. Clark's going to find her a lot. And the likes of Mitchell stepping up is big as well. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.